Welcome to AviatorDB News Briefing. Today is Saturday, August 15th, 2026. Here are today's top stories. Piper PA-28 makes nighttime emergency landing near Chandler, Ariz. Luscombe type certificate lands at Texas firm after NY revival fails. Air India A320 drops 300 feet after hydraulic failures. Captain fails drug test. Fan blade fatigue crack caused Ryanair window blowout in engine failure. Now for the details. A single-engine Piper PA-28 Cherokee, registered N874N, made an emergency off-airport landing in a rural field near Chandler, Arizona, after the pilot reported a serious loss of engine power. The incident occurred after dark, as the aircraft was returning toward Chandler Municipal Airport, located approximately 20 miles southeast of downtown Phoenix. Air traffic control audio analyzed by Aviation Channel Captain Steve captured the pilot communicating his inability to maintain power and his uncertainty about reaching the airport before committing to an off-field landing. A medevac helicopter operating nearby monitored the emergency, providing visual lookout and position information to help ATC pinpoint the aircraft. After the landing, the pilot communicated via handheld radio and reportedly walked away without serious injury. Local police and fire crews were dispatched to the scene using positional references provided by the medevac crew. The incident comes weeks after a separate, fatal Piper PA-28 accident near Chandler Municipal Airport on July 28th, which remains under investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration. While the N874N event ended without injuries, it underscores the importance of interpilot coordination and sound emergency decision-making during night operations. The rights to the classic Luscombe light aircraft design have moved to the Luscombe Mooney Aircraft Company in Kerrville, Texas, following the collapse of a production revival effort in New York. According to aviation commentary channel Blancolirio, the new entity is led by CEO Brett Stokes and currently combines military subcontracting work with stewardship of the Luscombe type certificate. The transition follows the dissolution of the Luscombe Aircraft Corporation, which had attempted to restart production of the Model 8 series at Jamestown Airport in Chautauqua County, NY. A June 2026 court ruling documented the venture's financial failure, finding that the company had defaulted on approximately $400,000 in loans from the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency and the Southern Tier Enterprise Development Organization. The Jamestown operation had originally aimed to market a modernized Luscombe LSA-8, but struggled to maintain solvency amid production costs and regulatory requirements. In December 2024, Starman Bras Auctions liquidated the Jamestown operations assets, including the type certificate, supplemental type certificates, jigs, and molds. The acquisition by the Kerrville firm carries a notable historical resonance. Luscombe founder Don Luscombe and Mooney Aircraft founder Al Mooney previously worked together as engineers, making the combined name more than marketing shorthand. Whether the Texas company will pursue active production of the venerable Model 8 series remains to be seen. An Air India Airbus A320 operating flight AI-2379 from Phuket to Delhi dropped approximately 300 feet on August 4, 2026, injuring between 17 and 24 passengers and crew. The sudden altitude loss occurred shortly after departure amid turbulence, with passengers thrown against the cabin ceiling sustaining head, neck, and spine injuries. The aircraft landed safely in Delhi. Preliminary assessments from Airbus point to a rare cascade of hydraulic anomalies. Maintenance logs show low-pressure indications appeared in rapid succession across all three hydraulic circuits: green, blue, and yellow, temporarily disrupting elevator and aileron control for approximately 4 seconds. The failures triggered an autopilot disconnect, forcing the crew to regain manual control before stabilizing the aircraft. Following the landing, India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation conducted mandatory psychoactive substance screenings. The first officer tested negative. However, confirmatory laboratory testing found cannabis metabolites in the captain's system. Air India said it would act in accordance with official regulatory findings. ELPA India cautioned that certain over-the-counter medications can produce false positives. The DGCA enforces a zero-tolerance policy on psychoactive substances, and a formal investigation into both the technical failure and crew conduct remains ongoing. A routine Ryanair flight from Thessaloniki to Memmingen turned into a life-threatening emergency July 10, 2026, when an uncontained engine failure blew out a cabin window at 15,000 feet. The aircraft, a Boeing 737-800 operated by Malta Air, was climbing when a fan blade in the right-hand CFM International CFM 56-7 billion engine fractured and separated, sending high-velocity debris into the fuselage and destroying the passenger window at row 11. The resulting rapid decompression partially ejected a male passenger in his 60s from his seat before fellow passengers pulled him back inside the cabin. Investigators noted his fastened seatbelt was critical in preventing a complete ejection. A preliminary report from the National Transportation Safety Board identified the failure at fan blade number 10, which fractured through its dovetail root. Scanning electron microscope analysis revealed fatigue striations across approximately 37% of the fracture surface, consistent with high-amplitude metal fatigue, a failure mode also seen in a 2018 Southwest Airlines accident involving the same engine type. A technical debate has emerged over what triggered the fracture. Ryanair CEO Michael O'Leary, speaking at a July 20th briefing, suggested foreign object damage, FOD, during takeoff was the most likely initiating cause, citing the discovery of bird remains inside the engine. The NTSB preliminary report, however, emphasizes documented metal fatigue at the blade root as the primary mechanism. Aviation experts have proposed a hybrid scenario in which FOD may have initiated a microcrack that rapidly propagated under takeoff loads, ultimately causing the catastrophic blade separation. The investigation is ongoing. That's all we have for today. You can get the latest aviation news at aviatordb.com.